really, what can I say about this episode of ReZero? It was a pretty fantastic episode overall, I must say. I really did like it because we really did see 18 minutes really of Subaru just trying to get some help, to actually kind of take down the witch cult. But in everything he tries, 1, he doesn't get any help. 2, he makes an enemy. 3, he kind of just like gives some information away that he shouldn't have given away at first. And then 4, he actually managed to negotiate and actually get some help, but then the white whale appeared. So really, when you think about it, Subaru really just can't catch a break. Really, he can't. Like, in this whole entire episode, you think to yourself, man, guy just needs a Starbucks or something, because really, he just needs to, I know he can't catch a break. But I love this episode because really you just saw how much Subaru's character changed within the space of 18 minutes. How in the first 18 minutes he really just can't negotiate too well. In essence, what he's bringing to the table doesn't really hold any weight. At first, when he's talking to Cruz says, "You do know, going forward with this, me helping Amelia would mean that me is taken out of the running completely as a candidate." In essence, basically, if you had to actually ask for help from a neighbouring nation, it's kind of just put into perspective, how can you actually kind of help a nation? How can you actually run a nation if you have to ask for help from another nation? So it kind of brings into question their leadership. So in essence, if Cruz helps Amelia, it causes more trouble for Amelia because then she's taken out the running complete. But then basically Subaru kind of really adamant against it. Like, he doesn't really want to do it because he wants Amelia to actually kind of win. But if it helps Amelia, then I'm guessing he would go through with it. But then afterwards, Crucius basically says, that holds no weight. Why would I go through with it? That really just holds no weight, because when you think about it, if everyone dies in the village, it then also brings into question her leadership. You can't really just say, look, okay, so everyone died in the village. How can she lead? Like, in essence, she can't lead. So even if I don't involve myself, it would still bring into question her leadership. So really, when you think about it, you're bringing nothing to the table. I can't just sit here and help you, because really, when you think about it, you're not doing anything that actually helps me in any way, shape, or form. So when you think about it, it's actually kind of neat. You kind of need to understand at that point, Cruz kind of sees it from like a political standpoint. She's saying to herself, look, yes, if I help you, she will be taken out and running completely. That might help me and help everyone else in some regards. But does it aid me personally? No, it doesn't, so I won't help you. And in the end, she basically says, well, actually, when you think about it, the actual intent in your eyes really just says you have hatred for the actual witch occultist. You're basically just approaching Amelia for that one reason. And Subaru goes, what? Like, no. And then also she kind of brings into question, how does he know all that information? How does he know that the witch occultist will actually attack in 3 days? Is he actually a part of the witch occultist? She actually brings that to question as well. I thought that's actually kind of, yeah, that's kind of true. How would he know? Because in this loop, no one knows. So how does he know all this information? So it kind of brings into question that maybe he's actually a part of them. So that really kind of ends really badly. I mean, in essence, he kind of gets no, like, kind of help from Cruz. Cruz basically says F off in no layman's terms. And then Subaru deals out a line which I thought was fantastic. He says to her, he says, I hope you become a great leader like one day. Like a dictator that just abandons the wig. I thought, oh, man, that was a good line to end it on with. Really, that was a good line. And then in the end, really, he can't get any help because he goes to Priscilla. Priscilla basically says, lick my foot. In essence, I will give you opportunity if you lick my foot. And then he does. But then what happens? He creates an enemy. In essence, what happened last loop? When Subaru left Crucius' like mansion, after basically saying, look, I need to go and save Amelia. Something's going down. I need to get there. That whole entire scene, when he leaves, he creates an enemy out of Cruz. This loop, he creates an enemy out of Priscilla. Because what happens is, he basically licks her foot and she goes, what are you doing? Why would you do this? This doesn't show devotion. This is just, you're greedy as a pig. Like, that whole pig's greed idea. And then she says, even if we take down the actual, like, kind of witch occultist, if we take them down, I will still take you down wherever you are. So it really just kind of brings the perspective that he has created this enemy out of her. He can't then ask her for help anymore because Priscilla doesn't like him anymore, because Priscilla sees him as an enemy right now. So second time round, he gets nothing out of it. Third time, he meets Hosin. Hosin being a small kind of girl character, and then how she acts towards Subaru was really freaking neat, I must say. She's not a great person, but how she kind of manipulated Subaru into actually kind of giving the whole entire information bam, that Russell fellow, that whole entire bit was just freaking fantastic. She basically just manipulated him, because when you think about it, he hasn't really negotiated in his whole entire lifetime. So he kind of finds it hard to kind of negotiate. Like, in essence, he kind of goes to hosting, asking for a dragon-drawn carriage, which she does actually give him. She actually gives him a thing that she signed a name with, and actually allows him to get one. So she actually kind of helps him in a way. But she gains more out of it than he does, because now she knows more about what Crush is doing, knows more what's going on there. So when you think about it, she gains a lot more. But as she's leaving, she says, you should know what you need to do to go to negotiate. You need to be prepared to bring to the table what you need to do. You need to bring to the table what the people want. You have to dangle it in front of them. And then after that scene, Subaru's character changes. In essence, he becomes a little bit smarter. When he meets Otto after kind of leaving with Ren to go to the actual kind of like mansion, go to Amelia's mansion, go to Roswell's mansion, kind of saying, look, we need to get them out of there, otherwise all hell's gonna break loose again. I don't really see it happening, so we're gonna get them out of there. But as they're actually kind of leaving the capital, they meet Otto. Otto basically says, look, I bought all this oil and I need to sell it, otherwise I will be ruined. What does Subaru do? He says, look, I will buy it off of you if you actually can use this transportation. All the people you have here can be used as transportation to bring out the people who are living in the village out somewhere safer, so no one can actually die. Then I thought to myself, holy freaking Christ, he's become smarter. He's actually become a character which I actually kind of freaking enjoy, because when you think about it, he's taken what Hosin said. Hosin said, look, you need to bring something to the table that the people want. You need to dangle it in front of them. And that's what Subaru did. He said to Otto, look, I will buy the oil off him. So he actually brought to the table, he negotiated. He actually had a proposal. If you help me, I help you. That whole idea. Before, he really didn't have that. In essence, yes, some people gained some ideas out of it. Some people actually gained certain things out of it. But really, when you think about it, no one really gained too much. This time, Otto gains a lot. Otto gains a lot out of what he's actually going to do with Subaru. So in essence, it actually does work for him. It does actually work for Subaru to work with Otto and vice versa. So I actually kind of liked him, because he actually brought forward what Hosin said. I thought, yeah, that's actually kind of neat, because he actually brought forward, yeah, that's what Hosin said to me. Yeah, she's an arsehole because she manipulated me completely. But I should take on what she said and actually kind of negotiate properly. And that's what he does. He negotiates with Otto, and I thought it was actually kind of neat. But it ends poorly, because the White World appears. And yeah, as they're actually kind of entering a place with a massive ass tree, someone's actually filling in where the actual tree came from. And then they disappear through a mist. And they're sitting there wondering what the hell's happening. And then what happens is this massive ass thing appears next to Subaru. Subaru actually kind of shining his light on it, revealing that actually it's the White Whale, or the Whale. Not too sure which one it is. But I was kind of sitting there going, I don't want to know what happens next. I don't, because I can see it ending poorly. Very freaking poorly. Just don't want to know, because in essence the mist can actually completely eradicate a person's out of existence, so I really don't want to know what's going to happen next with those characters, but I can see really something bad happening. So yeah, overall, a freaking fantastic episode just from how Subaru actually acted. We see his desperation to get some help, to bring forward some kind of military to actually kind of take down the witch occultist. We see how everyone else reacts towards him. It's actually kind of neat seeing how everyone else sees him, like as a madman, like kind of in Crucius saying, look, don't really see what you're trying to do here, mate, so piss off, mate. But overall, I freaking liked it. It's actually a really nice episode overall. Granted, we didn't really see Subaru die, but it's setting not to go towards that. So yes, with all that said, I have been the driver. If you have enjoyed the video as a whole, do leave a like, because it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed my content as a whole, and you do want to leave a sub, do leave a sub, because it does help me quite a bit. But with all that said, I've been the driver.